Hey guys, welcome to Cellulite and Love Tarot, where I intuitively give messages from your higher self regarding self-concept and affirmations. These should be encouraging and uplifting messages to help you get smooth sailing through the lumps and bumps of life. So, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. So I pre-cleared my energy. I have sage going. You might see some smoke going across the screen. That is both incense and my sage bundle still going here. Yeah, please forgive my get up. My kids are sick and I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm not done up. And that is just how life goes sometimes. So, okay. I wanted to start off with the Moonology Oracle deck today. But before I get started, I would like to take a minute to just meditate, and if you wouldn't mind taking some deep breaths, and I'm going to try to connect to your energy so that I can connect to your higher self and see what you need to say to you. So, okay, we're going to take this second. Okay. The first thing, oh, I got low battery. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to try to make this not too long then. As soon as I got into grounding and meditating there for a minute, I heard a breeze. It's windy outside. That's not abnormal, but the first thing that I thought was, the winds of change, and I just saw 222 on the video clock. The video. So, on the clock. I'm going to say that's confirmation. Cool. All right. I personally just, define synchronicities as my higher self being in alignment. So hopefully that's confirmation for you. And I'm just going to take it like that. So winds of change. Winds of change. And I just got like east to west. I don't know what that's about. The other thing was it feeling, with the breeze, it feeling still. Like the silence being still. I heard breeze, and then there were some crickets, and all I felt was like the still silence, but the winds of change. So it's like this conflicting, like 333 on the clock. Okay. Maybe you guys are saying 222 or 333. Anyway, let's get this going. I'm sorry. You're like, get on with it, lady. Okay. Believe in the Impossible is at the bottom of the deck. So that's Blue Moon. Hey. All right. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day, and thank you for being here if you are here. All right. Okay. So for the Moonology deck, I got 2 that popped out. There is your commitment is being tested, and you are good enough. Your commitment is being tested is first quarter moon, and you are good enough is full moon in Virgo. And at the bottom of the deck is surrender to the divine. If I could get my words together, surrender to the divine, full moon. Okay, so I'm going to open the Moonology Oracle guidebook and read it, but intuitively what I'm getting is that your commitment is being tested. Your commitment to your self-concept is being tested. And and you are good enough. So that's where I'm getting like there being this conflicting energy, like, you know, the winds of change. So things are moving, things are changing, but the stillness of silence. The stillness and the silence. And being in between those two polarities can just feel unstable. So I feel like this is a time where you are really being tested on your self-concept, your commitment to yourself, your commitment to your changing your mindset, changing your commitment to your goals, whatever that may be. And this is just a reminder that you are good enough. You are good enough for whatever you are trying to achieve. You are good enough for yourself. You're good enough for everyone around you. And the surrender to the divine on the bottom, I read that as surrender to the knowing that you are divine. Surrender to your divinity. Surrender that it is all, that everything's going to work out for you, even though it seems like you're being pulled between you're in the middle of two polarities right now. Okay, I'm going to read those real quick just because there might be a message in the book that might be better than what I'm intuitively getting from that. So, first quarter moon. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. You can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true for you. I'm so sorry. What you believe to be true is true for you. So believe in yourself. All right. Attune to the moon. I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. Okay. That's cool. Okay, I'm going to go to full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Wow, it just basically flipped right there. That was cool. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Wow, this is all pretty much connected, isn't it? Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. Quietly certain. Sorry, this stillness of silence. Silence is still, I don't know. That just kind of stuck out to me anyway. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you're given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Attune to the moon. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. So I think that's also a good point. I love self-concept. I love focusing on that. And sometimes that can feel like, for me personally, it might relate to you or not. Sometimes that can feel like if I take a second to rest or not focus on it, that I'm not doing enough. And I think there is a time to find balance between, doing your affirmations, working on your self-concept, and resting in it. Just knowing, that as you are good enough. Without a doubt. So, okay. That's what I'm going to just read those, have those be that, and let's get into some tarot. Okay, let's see what your higher self wants to say to you. Things fall out. Okay. The Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, let's try to put this together as your higher self affirmation. Okay. Your passion and your ability to, with passion, look at the long term with so much love. I can't really show this. I guess I could pull it down. So I know this is backwards, but this Queen of Wands, she is looking over this whole story. And at the end is the Queen of Cups, and she's looking back towards the front here. So, sorry. The Queen of Wands, very fiery, very passionate, fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She's holding a sunflower. I never noticed that before. That's interesting. Okay, so that stuck out for a reason. Oh, and a black cat. So black cat's like magic, y'all. Okay, manifesting. You are in your power. You are a passionate. You're the leader of. You're doing a great job. Your passion, your devotion, your ability to see the long term here, and just hold on to that growth, see the blooming, and manifest it ahead of you. Even if it takes some time, with the Knight of Pentacles that popped up in yesterday's reading too, you're able to see the long term being played out. The Page of Swords, that could be, I know that's the card of spying, social media spying, thoughts, also education, learning something, trying to learn, trying to investigate things. Your passion, your ability to be stable through this long-term voyage of learning who you are and learning what your battles are and what aren't your battles is going to lead you to just this huge emotional fulfillment. The Queen of Cups has the most love of all the queens in the deck. She gives it freely. Like in this card, you can see her feet are in the water, and it almost looks like her dress and her cape flow seamlessly into the water. Like she is the water, and water is emotions, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You have a firm grip on yourself. And you've done a great job of pushing through, persevering through the slow movement of it coming to pass, you know. And I think the coolest part is that when you started your journey, when you started this, I don't think you realized how passionate you were, because I don't think you really understood who you are. And this Page of Swords right in the middle of this story here really tells me that he's looking back at the Queen of Wands, right, at the beginning here. It tells me that in the middle of this is when you really got to learn you and your passions and your devotion, the things that are worth waiting for, the things that are worth being committed to. You found that out in the middle, and I think on one hand it probably felt like a little burdensome, especially if the person that you realize that you are is different than who you were raised to be, what you were raised to be like, what is accepted about you. If you've had a complete change of who you are, it can feel like a very overwhelming, daunting task. Implementing this real authentic self. But you are two of the 4 queens in this deck right now. This is just the first few cards. The Empress is all 4 queens embodied, you know, and she is like, yeah, she's all 4 queens embodied. She is the divine one. You already are divine. I can feel that, and your higher self just wants you to know, like, keep focusing on your goals, because your passion, your dedication, your commitment, your willingness to learn who you are, learn what you're passionate about, learn that your worth, learn your worth, really. Learn what burdens are yours to carry and what isn't. That is that has been the most beautiful part of your journey. And I just see that you really are committed to this, that you really are devoted to it. And so even though it feels difficult, and there are some days that it's just like, is this even really happening? Is this even really true? Am I really creating these things? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. There are going to be those hard moments. I'm not affirming that for you. I'm going to affirm that actually it's pretty easy, but in the moments that maybe it doesn't feel easy, get right back to your passions, get right back on your horse, and stay committed and steady. Because you are going to love everything about you. And your higher self already loves everything about you, and your passion and your dedication. Okay, 10% on my battery, so I'm going to pull from my True Black deck and try to make this a little bit quick. Oh, goodness. This one's longer. Been stumbling more. Gosh, trying to read those. The Moonology, I was stumbling so bad. It's 100% because I got like 2 hours of sleep solid last night. So, yep. There we go. Okay. Clarifiers for this message. Any clarifying messages that you would like to send my viewers? I just kind of noticed that in the Page of Swords picture, there's like all of these clouds, and to me it looks like they are blowing in the wind. So that's funny. The wind's a change. All the air looks very still. In all of the other cards with that Page of Swords, you can see the waves in the water, and the trees are blowing, and the clouds are, drifting to one side. So that's neat. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh, I didn't even look at the bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the Rider-Waite deck. Oh my gosh, that is literally the wheel turning. The, winds of change. Wow. And, this wheel is in the sky. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. And it's very cloudy, and it looks like a lot of things are moving. So that's cool. That's confirmation too. Okay. Okay, we've got the Three of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Moon, and the Empress. I just was talking about the Empress and how you are 2 of the 4 queens, So, okay. The Three of Cups came out yesterday too. Oh my gosh, and the Ace of Swords came out yesterday, and the Moon came out yesterday. So this might be tied in with my previous message, 22:33 on the clock. Okay. We have the Three of Cups under the Queen of Wands, Six of Cups under the Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords under the Page of Swords, the Moon under the Ten of Wands, and the Empress under the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh. The Queen of Cups to me is like the minor arcana Empress, even though the Empress embodies all the queens. The Empress is very loving. She is creation. She is, she's the mother. She's the creator. She's the birther. She is the life bringer, the love giver. And the Queen of Cups is the Queen of Love, So, okay. Three of Cups. So yeah, your higher self is just celebrating this entire growth season of you. I think maybe this might be the beginning of your journey, or you haven't been in it that long. Like, I just got like less than a year. Maybe. So you are victorious, and your higher self is just so proud of you, and just wants you to sit in that emotional satisfaction, that emotional joy. Even when it feels a little bit difficult. I'm actually not getting a ton of difficult cards here. I mean, the Ten of Wands it can represent burdens, but for your positive message, it's that, you're letting go of those burdens. You're at the end. So with the Six of Cups, maybe what I just kind of got here with that is you are focused on maybe something that you wanted to do as a kid. that you wanted to be, that you wanted to embody as a kid, that maybe that got shut down. Maybe oh, another message I just got with that is that you have delighted not only your higher self but your inner child. That this process, this journey, your dedication to you has delighted your inner child along with your higher self. The Ace of Swords is under the Page of Swords, and to me that tells me that like you have like this whole thing is new. Like this self-awareness, this self-realization, finding your authenticity, finding who you are is all new and fresh. Oh my gosh, and there's a crown on the top of this sword lit in fire. So I just feel like that is like the Queen of Wands, like the Queen of Fire. Like I know the sword is kind of phallic, but there's also all these blossoms at the bottom. So yeah, I think your higher self and your inner child, both of these they're just so happy that you are doing what you're doing and that you've been so dedicated and so committed to you and committed to yourself. And they love, I say they like it's not you, they love the work that you are putting into yourself, because it was hidden for a long time. It was buried really deep with this moon. And I think it kind of scared you to even go there for the longest time, because I don't know who I am. And I don't know what I want. And I don't know if I can, I don't know, that's the moon is under the 10 of Wands. I mean, I don't know if I can handle that. And you have just done so well with self-discovery that I think you are the Empress. Like, it's not even that it's coming, you are there. Even though it might feel like you're in the middle of both polarities here. Like, you know, part of you still feels like the old you, and part of you is like, I've never felt more like what I'm manifesting, what I'm wanting to be before in my life. Before, it felt so disconnected. It felt so fake. And this is the first time that, even though I'm still battling with my old self, but not as much as I used to be, this is the first time I felt so connected to this best version of me. And that can be scary sometimes, especially when you have those moments or those days or weeks where maybe, you know, the hype of new realizations has mellowed out, and you're having to live the normal day to day and still be in your mind and be positive and truly loving this version of you. The honeymoon phase of these moments can sometimes let the doubt creep in, you know. But you are the Empress embodied. You are the creator, the manifester, the lover, the passion, you're all of it. And at the bottom of this deck was the Ace of Cups. So this newfound love that you have for yourself, you have given this to yourself. And I think you are far closer to being your higher self than you may even realize. Like, your higher self is you. It's not separate, and you don't even need anyone else to communicate that to you, because you are that person. But what I'm just getting is, like, you got two aces here, and the Empress, and two queens, and everything. This is all so good for you. This is so good for you. This what you have already it's kind of like what I was saying in my last video. If you watched it, if not, don't worry about it. I'll kind of go into it. So, living in the end, being in the end, living as if, being as if what you are wanting, what you desire, what you want to manifest, living as if it's already here. Feeling the feelings, going into your mind and experiencing the situation, play it out, visualizing it, feeling the emotions, thinking about the first things you'll do once this thing happens, right? And then embodying that throughout the day, that it has happened. I'm so happy. And so, yeah, this new love, this new self-love. I also love that the water is pouring here and there's these tiny little buds, these tiny little sproutlings happening. And I think it also ties in with these flowers here on the Ace of Swords. But yeah, honey, what you've manifested, it's yours and it's here. And behind the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Look how victorious. There's something just so majestic about elephants to me, like especially like look at that. It's just majestic. He's on like this pedestal and just it's just really beautiful. I love that. And that pedestal that this elephant is on is like solid brick. I don't know that the camera is going to focus too good on that because it's the front facing camera. So, but it's solid gold. It's like gold brick. So it's like these new things, this abundant life, this this life of abundance. It's solid. It's solid. So, okay. I'm going to leave it there for the tarot messages, and I'm going to get some healing with the angel cards real quick, and an affirmation, and then I'm going to call it done, because I'm sorry, this is already 32 minutes, and I've been stumbling on my words. Goodness. I trust that whatever needed to come out came out. So, spiritual growth. Music and power. Those came out earlier whenever I cleared everything and I pre-shuffled everything, and music and power came out earlier too, so that's funny. So yeah, you have spiritual growth here. Music. Maybe some of you are musicians, or maybe you should be looking into some music that might help you with your spiritual growth. And power. You are powerful. My goodness. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Do you see this picture? She is blowing. She is blowing and she's creating this like crazy, like, she's like making the winds of change. Look at that power. Holy freaking crap. That's so cool. Man, that's so cool. Okay, and an affirmation, please. This is my spiritual AF deck. So there are cuss words. I cuss. Okay. So you want to be a badass? Show your heart to everyone. It takes a lot of courage to be authentic in this world. Showing your heart doesn't mean you're soft all the time, or that you're a hot mess or a doormat. It means you're showing up fully as yourself. It's weak as fuck? Living a fake-ass life trying to please others. I love that. I love that. That's backwards. Okay. Thank you so much for sending your energy my way. And I feel very honored that I got to tap into this and just give more positive messages from your highest self. And just remember that you have everything that you need within you. And just like you, your highest self is proud of you and you are doing wonderful. I am proud of you. And just hope that you keep on keeping on, because you are knocking this shit out of the park. Okay. Bye. Thank you so much.